Young Stanley was a quiet lad throughout his time at school. He wasn't academic and was thought of as a fool. Not one to be outspoken, Stanley found it hard to talk. 6'3" with ginger hair, your average local dork. Now Stanley liked Louisa, a short and plump young girl, and just to catch a sight of her set Stanley's heart a whirl. He longed to spend some time with her, or even just say hi, but Stanley couldn't talk to her because he was much too shy. But these young people's daily lives were destined to entwine. Just one of life's great mysteries, part of the grand design. One small event occurred that raised their lives above the mud. Louisa got her ears pierced, and Stanley got a stud. This act of body piercing seemed to somehow break the ice. Next time he saw Louisa, Stan said, "Gee, your ears look nice." Louisa checked out Stanley's stud and softly murmured, "Cool." And Stanley went off whistling and grinning like a fool. Well, that's the way it started with this body piercing thing. All places you can think of, Lou and Stanley put a ring. With rings and studs in lips and cheeks, in silver and in gold. Louisa got more daring and Stanley got more bold. Stanley got a navel ring. Louisa, she got 4. They got hooked on all this fetish. They just wanted more and more. Stan's ears were getting droopy, and Louisa looked a fright with 27 eyebrow rings, 12 left and 15 right. They got their bodies pierced in places we'll not talk about. But all that extra metal was uncomfortable, no doubt. Stanley had some problems, and people often gawped when he got around with knees apart and jingled when he walked. But to Stanley and Louisa, life for them could not be finer until passion got the best of them in Stanley's mini minor. It should have been just beautiful, but life is seldom fair, and Stanley got his jingly rings caught in Louisa's hair. What should have been a wondrous time of bliss and ecstasy soon turned into a test of Stanley's elasticity. At first, he couldn't understand the reason for the pain. Each time he pulled away, them rings just pulled him back again. Well, they thrashed around inside the car, and Stanley cursed his luck. But the more they tried to get apart, the tighter they got stuck. Stanley had a look, and to his horror he did find their navel rings had met, and now were hopelessly entwined. Louisa tried to have a look to see what she could do, but her eyebrow rings and Stanley's nipple ring got tangled too. And in the wild confusion, Stanley's joy was made complete when he got his nostril stud stuck in the cover of a sink. But with superhuman effort, driven on by pain and fear, Stanley got the Mini going down the road in second gear. "If we can get home, we just might get out of this," he said. "I can get a pair of scissors and some pliers from the shed." But fate was out to get them in a manner that was cruel. For halfway down the main street, Stanley's car ran out of fuel. It stopped outside the movie theatre, near the roundabout, just as the movie finished and the crowd was coming out. Well, Louisa did her best to hide, and Stanley gave a yelp. Lots of people gave advice that didn't really help. They called the police, and the fire brigade, and the local SES, and wires, and the dog squad, and a reporter from the press. But the problem was quite different from their normal hurly-burlies. See, they had to get Stan's jingly rings from Louisa's short and curly. One bloke used an angle grinder. But he had to retire because just one little spark could set a lot of hair on fire. They finally used the jaws of life to cut Stan's car in half. And the crowd thought it was funny, but Stanley didn't laugh. And a doctor with a hacksaw finally freed the tangled two. And they've given up all rings and studs. They're getting a tattoo.